All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Apologize for the delay. Had a couple of technical glitches, but I think we're here. I think we're doing our thing. And to that, let's chat. Good morning. It is Friday, August the 30th. What? It's almost time for meteorological fall. Fall. Meteorological fall. Of course, it's not like it's going to do a whole lot. Good morning, everybody. This is Coffee Talk. We get together 7 days a week. We sit back, we relax, we talk about the weather, we sip coffee, and look at pretty pictures. Here's one in Volusia County, New Smyrna Beach. Hey, got some clouds out there. Yep. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's head down the shoreline, see what's doing at the Kennedy Space Center. Yep, got some clouds. Port Canaveral. Couple of cruise ships, otherwise very, very pretty. All right, downtown Orlando. Let's see how we're doing. Clear as a bell. Love that. And into Tavares. Yeah, it's a pretty start to the day. Hope you're having a great start. Good morning to you. Weather-wise, we are looking good. We do have some of those clouds at the area beaches, and that's courtesy of these little showers. Take a look at our live first warning Doppler radar, and we'll zoom in. We'll start up here. Actually, let's go even further north. Flagler County, watching some of these showers sneaking on in. There's Bunnell, a little bit of heavy rain kind of sneaking past Flagler Beach over to Bunnell on our live first warning Doppler radar. Sneaking on through Daytona Beach like a sprinkle. A little sprinkle right there. You see that near the shores? Near Beachcomber, Crescent Ridge Peninsula. Yeah, nothing crazy, which is good, but there's some heavy stuff off the shoreline. And that's going to start our trend of morning rain, right? Let's take a look down here into Brevard and Indian River. Same kind of idea. Nothing crazy, but there is some rain to track, right? Temperatures in the mid, upper 70s, even a couple of lower 80s. Where do we go from here? Yeah, we've got some thunderstorms in the forecast. We can do it. We can do it. It's summer in Central Florida, essentially. We're looking good. I hope you're having a great morning. Ready for some afternoon storms, right? So, high temperatures today, lower 90s, about where they should be this time of year, right? 91 in Orlando will do it. We're kind of in the same zone, looking over to, say, DeLand, Sanford, Bithlo. Yeah, it's all good stuff. Yeah. Very pretty day. Very pretty day. Kathy Joe, good morning to you. Julie, good morning. Good morning. Looking beautiful. Let's dial up our Futurecast, kind of see where we go from here. Bup, 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 bup. I know you. There we are. All right. Here's Futurecast for today. Yeah, showing those showers this morning. Continuing to kind of have coastal only showers through 10, 11 o'clock, right? I'll bring it full screen. Don't need to see my ugly mug. And then by about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, we're starting to see those showers moving inland. I'll be with you, I believe, on West 2 News at noon and 4 today. So I'll be tracking that. 3 o'clock, rain's moving west. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, storms firing up out west. And then again, yeah, just sitting super stormy for the west. Notice through 7 o'clock, even a couple of little pops of rain coming in along the shoreline, right? All right, so that's a look at our Futurecast. Let's go extended Futurecast and let's go right through to tomorrow. 7 a.m. may have some coastal showers. This is planning your Saturday. 10 o'clock, some rain in our northern spots. 1, 2, 3, same exact pattern, right? What about Sunday? Morning coastal showers. Almost looks like a little vorticity maximum coming in Volusia County right there. Do you see that spin? Almost looks that way. And then we get into, yeah. Now, Sunday, we're going to get into more of a widespread shower and thunderstorm regime. It's like that little vorticity, that little piece of energy. Do you see it there? Like near Sanford, DeLand, working out west. Yeah, that's going to change the pattern around. And by Sunday afternoon, at least based on what we're seeing here, not only does the pattern change, but we'll see those storm chances rise. I have no idea what Kellyanne went with for rain chances, but I'm going to tell you Sunday's rain chance is going to be higher. I would probably say Sunday's rain chance is going to be more like 60%. Don't at me. May make a change to our forecast package when I become the meteorologist on duty. If the model data continues to show that. Okay. Either way, yeah, hit or miss showers or storms. It is what it is, y'all. This is just summer in Central Florida. So, for planning purposes, okay, let's chat about a couple of things. High school football. From Friday night, we can change this to tonight. Hold on. I'll change it. Tonight. Tonight. We play football tonight. Do, 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 do. All right. There we go. All right. So tonight, Coco and Mainland go. All right. So there you go. Showers, thunder showers, already done. We're going to be looking really good for high school football. And that's our high school game of the week, by the way. So very cool there. Then tomorrow morning, we've got the Lake Mary Little League Parade. That's going to be so fun. I think at the end, thank you, Robin. Chris, thank you. Good to see you back, Chris. I would say that for the Lake Mary Little League Parade, probably good. Probably good. But then we get into the showers and storms on the backside. So just know there's that. Okay. All right. So there you go. And then let's see here. And then we've got football. So have to talk about that. What is it? A 3:30 game? UF where UF football. I'm going to be watching for some thunderstorms. Yeah, the swamp may get a little swampy. All right. So there you go. Jan says they're forecasting higher rain chances here on the Treasure Coast. Heading back to Melbourne today. It's football time. There you go. There you go. Are you watching my buddy Glenn at WPBF? So if you're heading up to the Gator game, may have some storms around. Just what it is. All right. And again, getting into Sunday, Monday, and these are things that I'm going to change when I get into the Weather Center today. And I'm going to just give you a free preview. A couple of afternoon storms Saturday. Turning stormier is probably what I'll write on Sunday, and then kind of keeping with that idea on Monday. The pattern just looks to be getting stormier. All right. So there you are. Taylor, I didn't choose it, so I'll take credit for it, but just know that Darren Stoltzfus did. Okay. All right. So that's kind of where we're at, my friends. Hot weather. Yep. It's been a hot summer. It's been a hot summer. We've had 108 90-degree days. The average, whatever that is 106. Yeah. Good times. Good times. All right. So that's kind of where we're at. 7-day forecast. And let's see here. Loading. There we go. All right. 7-day forecast showing. I think Sunday, Monday. I mean, Kellyanne shows that swing. I would say that, we may today would almost be like a 40% and then a 40% Saturday and then start going up Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Either way, though. Yeah, it's been a cruel summer. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da-da. I could hear the music playing, right? Yeah. So there you go. There's your 7-day forecast. Good stuff. Good stuff. Jenny points out Halloween Horror Nights opens up tonight. Yeah, so if you're heading out, there you go. There's your forecast. You know how you can tell how old this graphics package is? Because it says it right there. Halloween Horror Nights 2018. Probably need to update this for some new graphics eventually. Need to find something that's a little more agnostic. But either way, there you go. That's one of those things. Now you'll not be able to unsee it. It's looking good for tonight for Halloween Horror Nights. Fantastic. It will be muggy. The muggy meter is in a disgusting register. I'm just going to tell you right now, we are sitting in the upper 70s. Yeah. Tony says you weather better than you sing. I'm not giving it my all, but also, yeah, I'm not a great singer. Yeah. You should sing the entire coffee talk. Nah, not going to do that. All right. All right. Questions about our local forecast. Questions. Comments, concerns, anything. You need to get on that graphics guy. Hey, Jenny says that graphics guy. I know. Listen, I tried to. I thought about photoshopping it out, but then I was like, it's one of it. We'll call it a an Easter egg because this is Hearst. This is the Hearst 2018 graphics package. Now we're getting into the weeds. So for the 2024, we'll find something else. All right. All right, that's where we're at. If only there was a graphics guy to work on those. I know. I know. All right, questions? It's fine. It's a background. It's not, it's fine. All right, questions, comments, concerns, anything? Janice says it's Friday. Sing to us. We actually used to do karaoke Fridays, and then the copyright police came after. And then karaoke Fridays stopped. But if you've been around a long time, you know. You know, and it wasn't good. Oh man. You have to say Buck pride never dies, so the Bucks win tonight. Okay. All right, tropical update. This is going to be the thing that we're going to talk about the next couple of days. Let's kind of talk and see. First off, we've got out in the kind of periphery of Florida, we've got a nice little blow up of moisture down there in the Bahamas. Nothing wild. Out in the open Atlantic, there are a couple of areas to watch. Yeah. Tim says, I remember Karaoke Friday and Drive Through Fridays. Yeah. Well, Drive Through we do in the off season. Yeah. In the non-hurricane season. Don, yes, I remember that. Yeah. No need to mow the weeds down to fix the graphics. If it works, it works. It's true. If it works, it works. It's worked for years, and I'm going to have to do another one. I'll do another one for the Hearst 2024. All right. So let's talk about a couple of things. First off, little wave right off the coast of Africa. Little wave. A low 20% chance of this developing over the next 7 days' time. It's possible. Not anything too concerning. But the one out ahead of it, all that moisture out ahead of it, that's an area that we're going to have to watch. A medium 40% likelihood of tropical development over the next couple of days' time. It is nothing right now. But models are wanting. And now, we were talking about this yesterday, and yesterday I said, I haven't seen any hype. Now I've seen hype. And from meteorologists, there are just some people in my profession that clearly don't get it. I'm not going to name any names, but y'all know who you are. You went to school for weather too, right? You know what you know and you know what you don't know. And I get making a forecast, but when you're just Hold on, let me do this so that you can see what I just did. I think I broke my mouse just then. Crud. Literally, I think I broke my... All right, I'm not going to do that again because I think I seriously broke my mouse. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, I think I broke my mouse. Cool. All right, well, here we are. I'm not going to throw it again, but it's So anyway, we've got hype. All right, cool. So here's... Yeah, I definitely broke my... Awesome. We got hype. And we've got a broken mouse. So I'm going to go buy a new mouse today because that's that. Chris says, is that updated? I thought I saw 20%, 50%. I'm looking at the 8 a.m. tropical weather outlook, Chris. It says 0%, 48 hours, 40%, 7 days time. So I don't know what to tell you. I'm just telling you what's there. I did lower the numbers from, I think, 20% and 50%. So my guess is that the Hurricane Center's 2 a.m. versus their 8 a.m. changed things. I don't know how to find... Let me look and see if they changed it. Oh my God, I seriously broke this mouse. This mouse is older than some of y'all. Let's see. All right. I'm going to go back to the 2 a.m. just to see if they had higher numbers. Tropical weather outlook at 2 a.m. 2 a.m. was 10% and 50%. So yeah, they dropped the percentages. More than likely because new model data came in and had to make some changes. Yeah. Yesterday's graphic had it on top of Puerto Rico. Seemed like it moved further south. Yeah. Yeah. So that's, yeah. They lowered it this morning. It was 50%. Okay, Adam, thank you. I'm like, I did have to change it, but I'm just going off of where it's at. Troy says the mouse is probably unplugged. No, it's plugged in, but it's just not moving correctly anymore. So yeah, awesome. Love that for us. All right. So anyway, Terry's asking if that develops, will it stay away from Florida? We don't know. Now, I'm not going to be some of these hypers that are just like, it's coming here. Okay, we don't know where it's coming. Let's I can't even, like, the mouse is super sluggish, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to be a little slower changing things today because I clearly screwed up my mouse. Unplug it and plug it back in. It's so, I don't even know what it's plugged into. If I just start unplugging things, I feel like I'm going to break the whole thing. Let's try. Oh God. All right. I don't know why what I just unplugged, I think disconnected us. Are we back? Are we back now? Oh my God. Are we having fun yet? All right. I think we're good now. Mouse is still broken. Gisela says, "Don't unplug anything. We lost you." All right, we're good now. We're good now. We're good now, right? Okay. Checking. No frames are dropping. Okay. That's hilarious. We're back now. What is happening? I'm just going to not do anything while we're live. Okay. Anyway, let's. This mouse is dying more and more. I think I really did break it. All right. Let's pop up the models. Usually I'm much quicker at doing this, but the mouse being. Can't believe I broke this thing. Okay. All right. So let's roll through time here. This is the American GFS model. And okay, so I see clearly what's happening here. So what they, of course, the day that the mouse doesn't move is the day that I have to like come around and make some changes. Okay. So the model has backed off on its development. It's bringing it in very weak and then developing it right there around Jamaica. All right. So based on at least some of the guidance this morning, that's why. That's why. Joshua says that mouse is only old if it has a ball inside. Right? Like the ball, y'all remember serial mice? Like a serial port? And then if you didn't have drivers, didn't know what to find. Anyway. All right. So this is the GFS. Oh, Yucatan Peninsula. And then Louisiana. Cool. Ah, love that for them. All right. So that's this morning's GFS. Now, for comparison purposes, let's go back. That's the 6Z run. Let's go back a run. And it kind of has it going into the Yucatan and then just staying low and then riding like right along the Gulf Coast. Okay. We'll go back two model runs ago. Big old storm right into like Mississippi, Alabama. 3 model runs ago. Not even seeing it. All right, cool. All right, so that's the GFS. We'll go back and show the current run of the GFS, developing near Jamaica and the Caymans, hitting the Yucatan, and then up into like Lake Charles area, Baton Rouge area. All right, now that's around the 11th of September. The stereotypical peak of hurricane season is the 10th, so there's that. Let's back this up. Hit the GFS on. Oh my God, come on. Yeah, this is fun. Caribbean. Usually I try and click a bunch of things. I'm not going to do that right now because this mouse is on its last legs. All right, so there's the ensemble showing development. So the GFS is still trying to show development kind of down the line though. Like it's really trying to develop it September 3rd, 4th, 5th, and then from there, from the Gulf to a recurve. But there's definitely signals of development. So at this point, we don't know where it's going. What we do know is that it's something that we will need to watch. Okay, so there's that. Over to the operational euro. Oh my God, mouse, just make it through Coffee Talk. I will get a new one. I will get a new one on Amazon today. All right, so the euro is keeping it very, very weak and very low, like Honduras area, right? And that's as far as the operational euro goes. Come on. Euro ensemble control. Yeah, so the euro keeps it, whatever it is, much further south. Let's switch over to the euro ensemble multi-member. I'm babying this mouse, my God. All right, and there's the ensembles showing something working into the Caribbean. They're kind of, I'd say the vast majority of ensembles are from about Florida through about Louisiana, which does fit the long range forecast pattern that we discussed back in March. It's a little late, but it's there. Tiffany, just steal one from work. I don't, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. The idea of stealing anything from work, I got to feed these kids. I got 2 kids. I got to feed them. Yeah. So anyway, we've got some ensemble support. So in a very no hype mentality, I will say that, oh my God, hit it. I will say that this is something we're going to have to watch. Joanne says, get a spare. Right now, I'm going to need to get one that just works. Hit it again and see if it works better. Yeah, it's dead. Cool. All right. So that's where we're at. All right. We're going to have to watch this one. There's nobody that can tell you where it's going to go. All right. So to that point, understand. But it's something we'll have to watch. All right. September 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, something to that effect. Right. Um, it has been a little quieter than average. The average through today is 6.1 named storms. We've had 5. So yeah. Tony says it'd be appropriating, not stealing. Well, and the reality is the only time, literally the only time that I use this mouse, I'm doing work. I don't, there's nothing like personal that I do at this desk at this point because I've got my iPhone and my iPad. But when I'm sitting at this desk, 98% of the time I'm doing coffee talk. Yeah. Troy's asking, what's the upper steering look like on the Euro? It looks stronger. It is more north it goes. So yeah, so once we start to get some development, we'll be able to really initialize that part. Troy's asking a great question about like the Bermuda High, things like that. So yeah, so we'll get there. Let's just at this point, ensemble support is there for development, and so that's where we're really watching. All right. Yeah, Tiffany says borrow. Right, right. It's not stealing, it's a midnight requisition. Lawrence is asking about the A-Bear box. It has to be a major hurricane to move into the A-Bear box to be a thing. We're not there. Yeah, we're not there. Okay? Lisa, she probably meant borrowing mouse from work. It is for work after all. Yeah, I'm sure if I asked the boss, she would say, you do a lot of work. But at the same time, and this is my personal computer that I use all the time, I bought the webcam that we talk on, so it is what it is. And you're right, it isn't work. We are hanging with friends. Well, it's true. I'm not on work time. So to that point, I'm just going to buy a mouse. It is what it is. Yeah. Tony will start a go. We don't need to start a GoFundMe. We don't need to start a GoFundMe. This mouse is literally disgusting. It's probably been time for years. All right, so that's where we're at tropically. All right, questions, comments, concerns, my friends. Anything. Roberto says, I'll buy you a mouse. Remind me to smack you the next time I work. So what you're saying is it's a quid pro quo. You buy me a mouse, but you have to smack me? I'm not above it. All right. Questions, comments, concerns. No, there's not a ball. This one has laser, but it's probably one of the early lasers. All right. Questions, comments, concerns. Anything? Here's the 7-day forecast. Nikki, I remember when you broke your keyboard and then little Eric used to work on it. And you know what? It's still right here. My old keyboard, this is my old keyboard. It still sits right next to the new one because whenever I'm working, Eric or Alexander can come over and do work. Yeah, you remember the live coffee talk when I spilled, was it orange juice or coffee in this? Yeah, got it cleaned up. And now it's just sitting there. Good times. Troy says, I was looking at the upper airflow and it looks like if it gets stronger, it would pull north. Well, and that's the thing. So in talking, we'll go back to the tropics real fast. Troy's asking or saying, I was looking at the upper airflow and it looks like if it would to get stronger, it would pull north. That's kind of a very normal thing. The term weaker goes west is very much operational. Yeah, weaker goes west. If it gets stronger, it wants to tap into the Coriolis force and recurve. Yeah. Scott says, thanks as always. Going to Fort Lauderdale September 11th through the 16th. Could be some concern, Scott. This little bugger right here, we have to watch. We don't know yet, but we'll watch. Jessica says, now he gets a mouse too. Oh, yeah, yeah. This will be, Eric will requisition this for himself. Yeah. Yep. Good times. Good times. Does Stella sit with you while you're doing coffee talk? Yeah, she's sitting right over here. Yep. My sweet little Stella. Is the 500 millibar level you look at for steering? Yes, 500 millibars halfway up the atmosphere is what we were looking for steering. Oh my God, Roberto has texted me. This is where we're at. And you know what? That's all I need. I'll buy that one, Roberto. Roberto sent me. Oh my God, here's what's funny. Check this out. Roberto sent me the Amazon Basics mouse, and look what it says up top. Purchased one time. It's the mouse I'm using. But the word Amazon Basics is rubbed out. I last purchased this mouse in 2018. So there you go. This mouse was purchased in 2018. Last purchased 2018. There's literally, you just can't see the word Amazon. Amazon Basics is gone. All right. So this is a $7 mouse. All right. I'm going to buy it right now. I'm ordering right now. Stand by. Let me go to my cart. $7.99. Proceed to checkout. What is tomorrow? Saturday. I'm going to do coffee talk at work, so I don't need this to arrive today. Ooh, arrive Monday. All right, there we go. Arriving Monday. Place your order. There you go. Now I have purchased this mouse twice. Hey, $7 mouse, and it lasted from 2018 to today. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Cindy says, Roberto to the rescue, right? If you kept the ratings on Coffee Talk, would the boss give you a budget? I don't know that I would get a budget unless I get like a sponsor down here. But I'm not on work time. I would also want to be on work time for that. You never know what TV brings down the line, right? Eric buying a mouse in Coffee Talk, literally making the sausage, right? Right. Buy the 30 pack. I'm not buying the 30 pack. If this lasted since 2018, okay. If this lasted since 2018, and then a 30 pack would outlive me. Oh, that's funny. Troy says, would have lasted longer if you didn't break it. That's true. That's true. If I didn't throw it trying to make a point, it would have lasted longer. So I'll take the blame for that. So now I just know every time we update our graphics package, I'm going to need a new mouse. Buying for the future kids. Yeah, a USB-A mouse because daddy's cheap. All right. Questions? Yeah, it lasted. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it lasted longer than my computer. I feel like I've gone through 2 laptops in that time frame. Because the problem is that as we do more on here, right? The thing is like it gets like when we started, that graphic on the other side was just a screen capture. Now I'm trying to bring in a full high resolution HD, video feed. So it's just like, and I used to do coffee talk at, standard definition. Now we're in high definition. And we were at 720. Now we're at 1920 by 1080, I think. Checking standby studio. Like, I could do coffee talk in 4K, but our weather graphics are not built in 4K. But I have a 4K webcam. General output video. Yeah, 1920 by 1080. So it was 720, but now it's 1920 by 10. All of these things. All of these things that you just don't even know. Yeah. Cindy says next up 4K. I could do 4K, but the weather graphics are not in 4K. And honestly, do you want me to pump a higher resolution thing to your phone, taking more bandwidth? You don't need to see. You already see the blemishes. Yeah, Roberto. No, 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 no. We don't need you in 4K. Right. Like, you already see like the 16-year-old. You don't need to get that. Yeah. Do 4K so we can see that pimple of yours. You don't need that. Trust me. All right. Questions, comments, concerns? Anything? Anything at all? We doing good? I bet your earliest were 640 by 480. No, it's like 720 by 486 or something. I don't know. You'd have to go back and find the early ones. I'm on Wi-Fi, no biggie. So Cindy wants the 4K. You don't want the 4K. You don't want, trust me. Jenny says, see them pores, right? Yeah, you don't want, trust me, you don't want that. Yeah, you don't want that. All right. We good? Go back to Betamax. Listen, when I started in TV, we were on Beta, Beta SP, Beta SX. Yeah, that's where we were when I started. Oh boy. All right. Listen, be the sunshine in someone else's day, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out for Coffee Talk. I think we're looking good. Just going to have to keep rolling with the punches and tracking the tropics. All right. Thank you, Tanya. I appreciate it, my dear. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Be good. Take care, everybody. I'll see you on Wesh 2 News at noon and at 4. Bye. If I can get the mouse over to hit the stop button. Okay, now.